sold her diamond ring, which was her mom's keepsake. Meanwhile, Mikhail is sizing up the robber, thinking, this guy's outfit is really something. Just then, 2 kids burst in. Mikhail thinks even superheroes keep kids safe while calming Jenny. Mikhail reassures Jenny, gives her ring to the robber, and follows him out, thinking him a good Samaritan. Watching the robber hop into a car, Mikhail quickly jots down the license plate number and hurriedly calls the cops. Feeling like he almost became a superhero, calling the police was routine. Mikhail felt he was the focus. He went to the tool section, borrowing a hammer for a big move. A night passed, a busy day began. Jenny, slightly disappointed, finds the ring magically back at the checkout. Mikhail cleans the borrowed hammer and returns it to the shelf, silently wishing, next time, maybe I can use it for something more exciting. That night, Teddy found Jenny's house. As a cop, she inquired about the 5 deaths. She asks Mikhail why he was at the restaurant. Mikhail improvises a fancy excuse, further piquing Teddy's curiosity. He pulls out a photo of Eileen's friend. Mikhail feels mixed, but plays it cool. After Teddy leaves, he thinks this isn't over. Mikhail sees Teddy get into a nice car, thinking impressive, like a cop. Teddy views Mikhail as a suspect. Teddy starts tailing Mikhail. In a drugstore, Mikhail buys empty bottles, labels them sleeping pills, planning mischief. Mikhail sets cameras at home, covering every corner. Meanwhile, Teddy enlists a corrupt cop to investigate him. However, the findings deepen her suspicions. She plans to catch Mikhail and uncover his boss. That night, Mikhail is still sitting quietly at the cafe reading, when suddenly a suspicious-looking man bursts in. Teddy and her team discreetly observe from the car, perceiving the man's dark intentions brewing in the shadows. Suddenly, a truck stops on the side of the road, and inside the restaurant actions unfold in a synchronized chaos, leading to the people in the truck panic, but no, they can't act hastily, no witnesses allowed. Mikhail knows this well. He boldly steps out of the restaurant, pulls out his phone to snap a picture of the car, then mysteriously vanishes into the night, leaving the pursuers unaware of his skills. Beneath the dock bridge lies a rogue cop. Mikhail flees, and Teddy is more convinced Mikhail is linked to the gang deaths. Teddy is now certain that Mikhail is solely responsible for the death of those 5 gangsters. Next, the strike team raids Mikhail's home while he prepares a beef feast in the kitchen, silently bandaging his wounds. Meanwhile, the mob or corrupt cops creep up carefully as Mikhail hastily tends to his wounds. Just as they burst into the bathroom, Mikhail has already vanished into thin air. Unbeknownst to them, Mikhail powers up his computer, monitoring the gang's every move, ready for his grand plan. They search every room, greeted by an ocean of books, and Mikhail's computer displays a ticket booking site and a bottle of motion sickness pills. They realize Mikhail knows danger is closing in. Teddy chimes in, he's not planning on going anywhere. He's watching me, she says, sensing his aim, prompting her crew to retreat hastily. Teddy suspects there's more to Mikhail than meets the eye, so for safety, she rushes back to an old friend's house. Her friend's house is like a retirement villa, and they share a deep connection with Mikhail, having hosted an over-the-top funeral for him not too long ago. Just then, a plane flies overhead, bringing Susan, the man's wife. He had just checked Teddy's background at the CIA. It turns out Mikhail's hit on those 5 was no ordinary client. They were all connected to this man. These guys have set up a complex criminal network across the US, East and West Coast, capable of any evil deeds. Due to political ties, no one dares act. When Pushkin's in trouble, Teddy steps in like a superhero. The night before, 2 corrupt cops collaborating with them were taken out, and the scene bore all the hallmarks of Teddy's handiwork. Another officer, Frank, hasn't been seen in days. If Frank ignores it, those around Mikhail will be in trouble. Next morning, Mikhail slept little, with Susan sitting quietly beside him. She senses Mikhail's despair over losing Vivian, yet Vivian's beloved still lives. Susan advises Mikhail that corrupt cop Frank is no ordinary person, and that things could go sideways anytime he needs to stay vigilant. However, Frank's 2 corrupt partners meet a gruesome fate, and on that day, his car alarm goes into overdrive. So, Mikhail knocks Frank out with 3 punches, leans him against the car, and sits to enjoy a moment of peace. He quickly rolls up the window, gasses inside, waits, then starts the conversation to get info about Pushkin. Frank isn't easy to spill. He's a seasoned cop with 20 years' experience. Ultimately, he'd rather survive than be taken out by Teddy. He takes Mikhail to a secret hideout, a counterfeit money den that looks like a slaughterhouse. It's definitely a counterfeit money den here, and Frank hurriedly tells Andrei to leave, claiming the place has been compromised. Andre is suspicious upon seeing a stranger's face, while Mikhail creates chaos out of opportunity. The situation turns into a stalemate, and Frank had previously noted that they were sent by pushing nobody dares to make a reckless move. Mikhail pressures them to pledge loyalty, lower guns, hands behind backs. Andre isn't afraid. Since they were boss men, they took down the counterfeit money den. Mikhail orders corrupt cop Frank to call police. Frank has no choice. He once was a good cop for 22 years before going down the wrong path. Cops quickly raid the hideout, arrest Frank, only to be utterly shocked inside. Before them are a number of bound gang members, and behind them lies an astronomical figure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, so you don't miss out on our amazing content.